If you're stressed out about buying your partner the most romantic relationship gift this season, it's probably not about money or what you end up buying. It's more likely to be about whether you actually get each other. If you think about it, the best gifts that you've ever received aren't usually the random ones. They come from somebody knowing you, understanding you, thinking about who you are as a person, what you don't have, what you love, and what lights you up. The way that that person thought about you before buying that gift is actually the way we want to show up in all of our relationships. So how can we think about that in a practical way that helps you give and receive gifts this holiday season? I've come up with 6 ways to help you out with that. If we've not met before, my name is Oliver and I'm a couples therapist here in Los Angeles. As well as once-a-week couples therapy, I actually offer a range of packages to couples to fit your needs and your schedule. For example, if you just want to focus on conflict skills or communication tools, I've got a whole package for you. If you wanted fewer and longer sessions on a Sunday when you are both free, I can totally go there. And my absolute favorite package this time of year is for couples who just want to feel closer, more connected, maybe bring back that spark of intimacy. All of the packages come with really affordable payment plans, which work out to be as little as $50 a week over time. For some people, the question, what do you want for the holidays this year, might be one of the most stressful questions you could ever ask them. And for most of us, figuring out what the perfect romantic relationship gift to buy your partner is probably one of the most anxiety-provoking experiences of the year. Our brains have this great tendency to turn buying and receiving gifts into a quiet test about love, status, power, and understanding. So in this video, I'm going to try and make it real simple for you to figure out what gifts to buy people and how to answer a question that makes most of us quite dense. Okay, so here are 6 strategies that I think can genuinely shift how you give and receive gifts. Number 1, you've got to become a quiet detective. So instead of vague guessing, start paying attention to the small stuff. What does your partner complain about? What do they pick up in shops, look at longingly, and then put back? What's the first thing they reach for in the morning? What do they grumble about all day? This is what researchers call scaffolding empathy. You're building a picture of their actual life, not a projection of it based on what you imagine. So instead of asking what you want, which puts people in a bind, you could try hypothesizing. Oh, I noticed you've been talking about your back hurting. Would a massage be right? Or perhaps you keep mentioning that your headphones cut out. Are you secretly hoping Santa upgrades you this year? So you're showing them that you've been listening. You're giving them permission to say yes or no, and you're getting more data to base your decisions on. Number 2, the permissible indulgences. So look for things that your partner or your friend, whoever this is for, clearly enjoy, but then talk themselves out of. That slightly too expensive candle, the silly mug when the mug that they know they don't need because there's a whole cabinet full of mugs. But this one has a feelings wheel on it, which is very important for some people, like, I don't know, therapists. Just saying. Is the weighted blanket that they really want but don't need because they've already got 3 other blankets that do just the same thing. They're going to call these things unnecessary, but they are prime, I didn't know I wanted this, but it's so me type gifts. So you're not just buying an object, you're handing them permission to have something that they normally deny themselves. And that is really powerful and shows that you understand. Number 3, pain point gifts. Listen for small reoccurring frustrations. I don't know, maybe it's the phone that keeps dying, the desk that's always too cluttered, the sore back after a long day. Then choose gifts that remove a tiny daily irritation like that. It's not flashy, but every time they don't have that problem in the future, they'll feel a little bit more cared for. You're reframing that gift as an ongoing micro act of care, not just a big moment one morning when all the gifts get opened. Number 4, match the gift to the relationship stage. This one matters so much more than people realize. If you're in an early stage of a relationship, keep it light. Proportionate gestures that show. If you're in an early stage of a relationship, keep it light. Make a proportionate gesture that shows you're paying attention without being overwhelming or grandiose. Now, if you're in an established relationship, this is where you can go much deeper. These could be gifts that reference shared memories, inside jokes, the culture you're creating as a couple. These become sort of transitional objects, reminders of us when you're apart. But if you're in crisis or conflict stage, be explicit. A gift is not a substitute for a repair. And you might even say that. So this is a gift that is a gesture of how much I love you. This is not a fix. I understand that the real gift is me working on the behaviors we've been talking about. And that is actually honesty, that's integrity, and actually speaks to how much you care. This is where I really think giving the gift of a relationship coaching package is perfect. I literally cannot think of any other gift that speaks about your desire to improve a relationship, gain skills, grow closer, feel more connected. It's a really romantic gesture that says, I love you, and I want us to be closer than ever. It's an experience, and we'll get to that in a bit. But if you want to find out more about these packages, click on the links below and I'll tell you everything. Speaking of which, number 5, prioritize experiences over stuff. Research is pretty clear on this. Experiential gifts like tickets to something, a day planned around what they love, a trip somewhere. These create shared memories, anticipation, and after it's over, reflection and memories that last way longer than an object might. A well thought out experience given as a gift is often that thing that they didn't know they wanted until they got it. And they only realize how much they needed it or wanted it after it's over. And it's a good one. Number 6, consider your cultural and personal context. Finally, I think we need to think about the rules that you grew up with around gifts. Some families prioritize being practical. Others are more symbolic. Others are more about status and reciprocity. So do yourself a favor and ask yourself, what kind of rules did I have growing up around gift giving and gift receiving? Then ask yourself if those rules still fit the kind of relationship that you want to be in now, because you get to decide how you give and receive gifts today. You are no longer bound by the scripts and rules that you inherited. The question that we started with was, what do you want for the holidays? And this is the one that puts you in a bit of a bind. So the next time someone asks you that, or the next time you ask someone that, you might have more ideas. If you're asked it, try seeing it as an invitation rather than a trap. They're not being lazy, they're trying to get it right, and you can help them by giving them some hints and leading them. So you could say something like, I love things that make my everyday life a little bit easier. I love small indulgences that I wouldn't normally buy myself. Or honestly, anything that shows me you've noticed how I spend my time would be so meaningful to me. That's it. You're not being demanding, you're just giving them a doorway in. And that's what I want to leave you with, because the perfect gift isn't magic mind reading, it's careful attention translated into something tangible. The real gift that you didn't know you wanted is often not the object at all. It's the feeling that someone has been watching you with care, studying you with kindness, and used all of that information and data to inform their purchasing decisions. That's the gift. All right, so if this was helpful, hit subscribe, share it with someone who stresses out about gift giving. And if you want to dig deeper into how you and your partner are connecting emotionally, I highly recommend taking the Care and Intimacy quiz I created. It's totally free, and it'll show you where things are thriving and where things might need some attention. All the links are below. Thanks for watching and happy holidays.